Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tuesday night volleyball doubleheader. First was JV game and now the varsity's getting ready to play. It's Buena Vista Beavers against the Simpson Storms, excuse me about that, tonight. Right now they're getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll throw it down there to the house and the national anthem.
Welcome to Stevens Fieldhouse for tonight's Iowa Conference volleyball match between the visitors from Indianola, the Simpson Storm.
Okay.
Looks like they're experiencing technical difficulty there.
Yes, guess they're not going to the national anthem right now. So, as we wait, we can... Well, I guess they have it going once again, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that.
Welcome to Stevens Fieldhouse. Oh, hello. Welcome to Stevens.
Everybody will be standing for the national anthem now. There was some technical difficulty.
Somebody's going to make sure everything's okay back there and get the music going.
Okay, as that was the national anthem here, I'm your announcer, Eric Rhea, and with me tonight is Misty Beelman, who will do the color for the volleyball game this evening. Now, Misty, before they'll introduce the players, do you want to give them the starting lineup? Well, we don't have the starting lineup for
No,
this
we
one.
don't.
So I'll give the starting lineup for Buena Vista. It'll be number 15, Alyssa Hagee at middle blocker or outside hitter. Number 11, Jamie Dallaslager, a junior, middle blocker, outside hitter. Number 14, Jody Klostenbauer, a junior, outside hitter also. Number 1, Amy Blackwood will be the setter. Nikki Hansen, a freshman, will be a middle blocker. And Christy Larson, another freshman, will be an outside hitter. So as they get ready to go here, could you tell us a little bit about Simpson and their last year, how they fared in the conference?
Sure, Eric. Under the tutelage of 11th-year head coach Shelly O'Mara, Simpson College has won 5 Iowa Conference championships in the past 6 years and has accumulated an overall conference record of 91-16. The odds of Simpson's continuing its dominance in the competitive Iowa Conference are strong, but a number of elements need to be factored into the winning equation. Last season, the Storm Netters rode the shoulders of first-team All-American and 2-time league most valuable players Chris Michaels. Simpson will rely heavily on leadership from junior Emily Hallgreen, an outside hitter. And right now the game started, so let's get back to the game.
Okay. Thanks for all that about the Simpson Storm. As you said, Simpson just scored the first point as Buena Vista sets up their offense. And Alyssa Hagee, the senior, gets the kill that right there with a nice setup. As now BV will get their first chance at serving. That'll be number 11, Jamie Slager. As Simpson sets their offense up, and that'll be out of bounds. So BV, has just scored their first point. And so now the other serve
in the net.
Is now number 12, Emily Hallgreen, the outside hitter, a junior from Indianola, will serve for Simpson. Buena Vista tries to set it up. Two nice digs there from Jamie Slager and Alyssa Hagee. But BV couldn't save it, so it'll be side out to Simpson. That's another setup to Alyssa Hagee. Blocked by Simpson. As the plays are being called out, that was the freshman, number 13, Christy Larson from Hutchinson, Minnesota. A lot of freshmen on this Beaver team. I believe there are...
Good dig by number 11.
There's 11 freshmen. As Simpson starts it up. A little dink over by 13.
Alyssa got it over.
That's Amy Trowbridge. That was Amy Trowbridge with that, an outside hitter from Marshalltown, a freshman for the Simpson.
That was a powerful spike.
As Emily Hallgreen still serving. Simpson setting it up. As Blackwood out of bounds, they're saying on that play. Buena Vista's doing their offense once again. Simpson, that's Trowbridge with that. Amy Blackwood with the set. Down.
Good kill.
Yep, that's Nikki Hansen, a middle blocker, a freshman from Charter Oak, Iowa, Misty. Another one of the freshmen out there for Buena Vista.
Do you know how many freshmen we have for sure?
There are 11 on the team. 2 freshmen are out there starting. Number 13, that was number 13 serving, Christy Larson. Now number 14, Tara Davids will serve for Simpson. As Buena Vista sets it up. And number 10, Allison McGraw with that little dink over to get another point for Simpson. Now it's 6-1 in favor of Simpson.
Looks like we have a timeout.
Okay, so during that timeout, so far, how's it look for Buena Vista? What are they doing wrong out there? They're down by 5 points.
Well, right now, they're just playing their hearts out. It's just one of those things where the ball is just not going where you want it to go, and you're trying your hardest. That's why the coach called a timeout, just kind of settle them down, to explain to them that they need to just concentrate. They're doing okay. It's just they need to work on their fundamentals more and get the job done.
Yeah, and as in this timeout, Buena Vista's coming off the best conference finish they had last year in 8 years. They got a 4th place finish. We had 3-5. But they lost Megan Coe. She was an outside hitter, and that's going to really hurt them. She was second all conference. But Alyssa Hagee being the only senior, I mean, Coach Allgood said they're really looking for her for that team leadership. Right now, Buena Vista's 2-4, 0-0 in the conference. His first conference game for both teams right here. As Amy Blackwood missed the set there, went into the net instead. So Simpson continues the serve at 7-1. And she serves that one out of bounds. So a substitution will come in. Number 10, Dawn Orm, and number 8, Jessica Borg. Leaving for Buena Vista's Alyssa Hagee, and number 1, Amy Blackwood. Dawn Orm serving for Buena Vista. And that's down for the kill by number 14, Tara Davis. Is there any way to defend those when they...
The best way is just to be in position when they're coming right at you. There's nothing else you can do otherwise when they're going that fast.
It's number 10. Number 10.
Didn't quite make it over.
Yeah, Allison McGraw serves it under the net. So it goes side out to Buena Vista with Nikki Hansen serving. A big serve.
Beautiful.
Can't get it over. Simpson can't get it over. So that'll be 2 points now for Buena Vista. Nikki Hansen still serving. As the set goes.
Oh, good.
But dug out of bounds.
It was a good dig, though, nevertheless.
And Nikki Hansen looking like a big hitter there, being only a freshman. Donorm setting out. Oh, the big block.
That was a smart move.
By number 11, Jamie Dollyslager there for Buena Vista.
Another substitution, too.
Yep. Number 4, Emily Heath, setter, a freshman also out of Norwalk, Iowa. Simpson gets organized.
BB scrambling for the ball.
Nice save for Buena Vista.
Oh,
And
good
just a
tip.
dink over by Jessica Borg to get Buena Vista the point. That was a nice volley both teams had going there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Oh,
The
block.
freshman block, a big block there by number 9.
Angie
Runchi, outside hitter, a sophomore for Simpson. Simpson has some young players coming off, and they're predicted to do very well in the conference this year, being the returning champions from last year. Buena Vista scrambling for that one. And Simpson setting up their offense.
Good block by
Donorm bumping it up. Emily Heath with... Oh!
That was just a hard one.
With the soft little hit there by number 14, Tara Davis, to get that one down. Serve goes back to Simpson now. Buena Vista organizing their offense.
Oh. So that was just a little too
1
close to the
point.
net there.
Yep, illegal hit there. 1 point for Simpson.
In the net. A break for Buena Vista.
Yes, it is. As that serve went into the net, that means side out to Buena Vista as Alyssa Hagee and Amy Black would check back in. Dawn Orem and Jessica Borg will check back out. Now remember, there's only 12 substitutions in a game allowed for each team. So in the 5th game, it goes into rally scoring if there's a 5th game needed. Of course, college volleyball is best out of 5.
Oh.
The big kill by Emily Hallgreen there, a junior for Simpson. As a substitution, Marcy Brennigar, number 3, checks in. She'll be doing the serving right now for Simpson. Amy Blackwood with the set. And Alyssa Hagee.
Oh, I think they got it.
They got that one. Side out to Buena Vista. Buena Vista really needs to mount something right here, Missy. They're down 6 points. And they really need this serve to get them going.
Mm-hmm.
As that one's long. That's not what they needed.
No, gave Simpson a chance to get ahead again.
And Emily Hallgreen, the one who scored so many points the first time, is back serving. Oh, big block by Nikki Hansen, the freshman once again. She's really looking good out there as a freshman. Seems to really have gelled into this program for BV.
Couldn't even tell she was a freshman player. Oh, good dig by number 14, Jody Klosper.
Jody Klosper being one of the returners, a very key player for Janet Allgood and her Beavers. As that's a net serve by freshman Christy Larson.
Looks like Buena Vista's having problems getting the ball over the net on their serves,
Yep.
and that could be a big problem.
Yeah, they really need to get those over in order to stay in this game. As the bump and set.
Oh,
And the big
that was
spike.
good.
Simpson's able to save it. Lisa Hagee just can't get
Good.
it.
Oh, that was a good try by the Beavers to return that.
Just goes out of bounds there. Trying to save it for Nikki Hansen. Simpson goes back leading 10-4. Remember, a game goes to 15. Not being able to make it over is Amy Trowbridge, that's the freshman from Marshalltown for Simpson.
Gives Buena Vista another big break.
As once again, the two subs, Dawn Orm and Jessica Borg, check back in for number 1, number 15, Amy Blackwood and Alyssa Hagee.
Oh, good dig again by Jessica.
Nikki Hansen getting it over. Oh, the big spike there by Amy Trowbridge.
She's just a powerhouse tonight.
Yeah, only being a freshman, looks like she has a lot of power and really knows how to play this game.
She's hitting the holes, and that's hard to cover when they do that.
Yes, it is. As Alyssa Hansen and Nicole Olsen, a defensive specialist for Simpson, they both check in. Nicole Olsen doing Nikki Hansen there with Simpson scrapping. They call it in.
Ooh.
1 point for Simpson to make the score now 11-4 in favor of Simpson.
Oh,
Dunn
good
just
save.
getting it over. Simpson trying to get organized, so is Buena Vista. Ooh. Kind of a bad set there from Dawn Orm.
And on that note, we have another timeout by Buena Vista. I think that was a smart move by the coach there. They definitely need to get calmed down and be better.
Buena Vista's looking kind of shaky right now. Janet told me that, Coach Allgood, I should say, she told me that they were in a tournament earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, with a lot of good teams. They didn't do so well. They won 2 out of the 4 there, but still it really helped their confidence stuff, and she just thinks they have to gel together as a team, and they'll get going over the year.
I'm sure they will. It's just, right now, it's just a lot of little mistakes that's just adding up. It's nothing really big, so they should be just fine. Oh, beautiful placement on that ball.
Yep. As Nikki Hansen, once again, the freshman coming up big for Buena Vista. So she'll go back to do the serving now for BV. Ooh, just too much muscle on that one for Nikki Hansen as it goes long. Going back to Simpson at 12-4, Simpson's lead in game 1. Oh, I believe they called 4 hits on that.
Yeah, they did.
So a point goes to Simpson. Just over, but out of bounds. Point, another point to Simpson. This will be game point now for Simpson.
BV's going to have to really scrape on this one if they want to stay in this first game.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Nice save from Simpson, number 14. That was a nice save by Tara Davids right there. And a big block for Simpson by Emily Hallgreen to end game 1. So Simpson with the victory in game number 1. And now they'll switch sides. As I'm sure all the volleyball gurus know out there, you switch sides after each game of 15. And there'll be a little 3-minute break right here, so we'll throw to a PSA.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that. Why design the world's newest chips? When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra. No pocket protectors here. But You're cruising without Matt. Yeah, right. Take a good look. That's Matt staring back at you. It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
There's an awesome power that can eliminate over half of our nation's defense forces. It's everywhere, and it can strike at any time. Who has this incredible power? You do. If you employ National Guard and Reserve members, you need to use your power wisely, because today, the Guard and Reserve make up over half of our country's defense. So when they need time off to serve, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
Okay, and we're back here at the Siebens Fieldhouse on the beautiful campus of Buena Vista University. A minute and a half left in the in-between game break as the coaches having a little pep talk. And Misty, BV losing 15-4 that in game one. What are some things they're going to have to do this game in order to combat that?
Well, the main thing is they got to get the serves over. If you can't get the serves over, you have no chance of scoring. And that was the main problem of this game. Their digs and spikes will come as they can get the serves over. Right now, the most thing I'm concerned with is their mental status.
Yep, that's exactly right. Coach Allgood told me she's really worried about the Buena Vista Beavers being their own worst enemy. She said if they can get over that, not making those little mistakes, a real young team, only one senior out there, and she said if they can do that, get over those little mental mistakes, they should be very good.
She's right. That's what's been killing them tonight, was they're just being their own worst self.
So, as we get prepared for number 2 here in the best of 5 series, Buena Vista will start the serve. As Amy Blackwood, number 1, going back to the service line.
They're still checking the lineup, making sure everybody's in place right now, and they're about ready to get the game going again.
So as the referees are now in place, they're ready to go with game number 2 right here. A long serve, so it's side out. Yep, like you said, that was one of your keys, Misty. They have to get that serve down, just a little too powerful for Amy Blackwood there. Into the net goes that spike by freshman Christy Larson. It's kind of an odd thing seeing Alyssa Hagee there setting it up. She usually doesn't do that. She's a hitter or a blocker.
She did a pretty good job that time of setting.
As she puts that one down.
Oh, that was just great.
A nice kill there by Alyssa Hagee, the middle blocker senior. Alyssa standing at 6'1", so she's up front there for a reason. From Fort Dodge, she also throws the discus on the Buena Vista track team. And that's out for Simpson. So go back to Buena Vista with Jamie Doleslager serving for Buena Vista. Simpson puts that one down. That was number 9, Angie Runchie, who hit that one hard for the Simpsons. So they'll go back with Tara Davids serving. Buena Vista setting it up. Nikki Hansen gets it over.
Bad communication on that one.
Yeah, little miscommunication between Jamie Doleslager and Amy Blackwood on that. Not each thinking the other was going to get the ball. So here we go now. Buena Vista going. The big block for Simpson. Number 9, Angie Runchie, a sophomore from Atlantic, Iowa. So Tara Davids once again serves it. Simpson leading 3-1. Simpson not able to connect on that. Will go back to Buena Vista.
And BV serves it out again. Serving seems to be Buena Vista's main problem tonight.
Yeah, can't really get it down, which is surprising because usually Buena Vista is a pretty good serving team.
It's just not like them. They're not playing their own game tonight for some reason.
Nice dig there by Christy Larson.
Beautiful kill for number 14. Is it Jody Klossberger?
Jody Klossberger, yes, puts that one down. So now Jess Borg and Dawn Orm checking in for the Beavers. So Dawn Orm back to serve for Buena Vista. Simpson getting it over on the second hit.
Beautiful.
Another one. Another kill by Jody Klosterboer.
It doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't. She's a big player for Buena Vista. Really need for her to come through. So Dawn Orm serving again. Oh, the big block by Nikki Hansen. She got way up on that one. Jody Klosterboer again.
Oh, this is a great volley right now.
This is both teams playing real hard right now. As the set goes to Trowbridge, Dawn Orm being able to stop it.
Oh.
4 hits once again on Buena Vista, not getting it over in those 3 hits that they're allowed.
But you gotta admit, that was a really good volley. That's the best
Yep.
I've seen so far tonight.
Nice volley by both teams. Just didn't go Buena Vista's way that time. Oh,
Illegal hit.
yep, an illegal hit there by Nikki Hansen. She cupped the ball. Can't do that in volleyball. Maybe if we're playing basketball, that'd been okay.
I don't even know on that one.
Dawn Orm with the set. Jody
Oh.
Klussberg with a little dink over. She's all over the court right now is Jody. Simpson sets it back up. Once again to Jody. Nothing doing though. And they called
just-
it in for Nikki Hansen.
That was a hard one to call.
Yeah, real close there, but the line is in volleyball. Oh, nice save there for Simpson, but Nikki Hansen's able to get it down. So side out to Buena Vista down 5-2. Right now, Nikki Hansen will be the server. Net serve for Nikki Hansen.
Right now.
Yeah, once again, that serving comes in. It's just not being, Buena Vista's just not able to get that serve over and get the volley going.
Right now, Dawn Orm's the one that's getting the job done on the serving. She's the one that helped him get those 2
Yeah.
points.
That's a nice save there for Buena Vista, going way out of bounds. 14 puts it over herself. Nice setup to Jody Klossenberg.
Oh, good save there.
Jess Borg puts it over. Another good save for Simpson. Just can't dig that
Excellent placement on the ball.
one by Jamie Dolaslager there for Buena Vista. Says Jody Klossenberg will come out. Number 4, Emily Heath will come in for Buena Vista to serve it up. Serve was in. Just hit the line.
Did you see the spin on that ball?
Yeah, it came right back. Fooled the Simpson player. So Simpson putting it down. Oh, the big block by Jamie Dolaslager for Buena Vista, who get them rolling. It's only 4-5 now for Buena Vista. Buena Vista down by a point. Michelle Heath serving. Emily Heath, sorry. I said Michelle.
Just a little bit too strong on that one again.
So subs will come in for Simpson. Number 3, Marcy Brenningar. And number 10, Allison McGraw will check in. So Buena Vista getting ready for the defense here. Dawn Orm setting it to Jess Borg.
Oh.
Too long on the slam for Jess Borg. So back to Marcy Brenningar for Simpson, serving it up. Dawn Orm with the set to Jamie Dolaslager, who puts it down.
Another kill for Buena Vista.
So subs once again. Amy Blackwood and Russell Hagee back in.
I think they're doing a lot better this round. How about you, Eric?
Yeah, they are. They seem to really be getting their heads in the game in this game. Maybe they just had first game jitters or something. BV saving it there. There's a try for the... Playing it. That's freshman blocked by Simpson, but Buena Vista saves. Over with Alyssa Hagee in the net for Tara Davids.
BV 1 point away from Simpson right now.
Yep, it's 6-5 in favor of Simpson, so BV's going to have to get this point way out there for Amy Blackwood. Looked like she was trying to hit that line and just missed. So Emily Hogger served. Alyssa Hagee, a big score for Alyssa Hagee. He knows it. That's what BV needs, is their senior leadership to start stepping up. Now Jamie Dorlaslager. Sorry about that.
Oh, beautiful block by Alyssa.
Simpson for confusion. They were talking to each other, not sure whose ball it was. Alyssa Hagee.
Right off the girl's head.
Simpson saves it. Big slam there by Amy Trowbridge. That freshman coming up big again for Simpson. So Simpson serves still leading 6-5. Nikki Hansen. Trowbridge, the little dink.
A tip.
Yep. Gets Buena Vista back on their feet. Not ready for that. They're looking for the big hit once again. Ooh, a little off play there by Alyssa Hagee. Didn't quite get set up to Nikki Hansen. So Simpson now 8-5. Alyssa Hagee.
Beautiful spike there.
Yep. Sure got that one down for a side out to Buena Vista. As the freshman Christy Larson from Hutchinson, Minnesota, will serve, and she serves long. Buena Vista really needs those serves in order to stay in this game, and they're just not getting them right now.
And Simpson has a substitution for...
Lisa Hansen comes in, and so does Nicole Olsen for Simpson. Christy Larson with the bump there. Jody!
But net.
Oh, in the net, they said. It was a big hit, though. Just couldn't get it to go. Alyssa Hagee with the big kill.
Alyssa's doing wonderful tonight on those kills.
Trying to get her team up and pumped up and back into this game as a side out goes to Buena Vista. So Dawn Oram back to serve. Simpson setting up their offense with a big kill by Trowbridge once again. The freshman is a powerhouse for this team.
I can't believe how good some of these freshmen are playing tonight. It's just awesome.
Dawn Oram with the set. Like you said, there was another freshman, Nicole Hansen for Buena Vista, and you're exactly right, Misty. It's really pleasing to see these freshmen. You know, there's going to be a lot of talented people coming up now in the Iowa Conference. Jody not able to kill that one. Dawn Oram with the set to Jess Borg.
A tip.
Hogger out, says the ump.
And this gives Buena Vista a good break.
Yep, down 10-5. They need 5 points to get back in this game. As a timeout As a timeout is called by Buena Vista. We'll stay right here and figure out, what does Coach Allgood have to tell her kids to get them back into this game down 11-5?
Basically, she needs to tell them just calm down, concentrate on the fundamentals, and the rest will come. You got to get those serves over, and you got to work on getting the ball over, because otherwise you just can't score.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, I don't know. Their serving just seems to be the real Achilles tendon for Buena Vista tonight.
You're definitely right there. If they could just get those over, I think everything will start clicking for them.
Achilles heel, I meant to say there. I said Achilles tendon. Pardon me.
Oh, close enough. We knew what you meant.
Yeah, you know. So Simpson serving again. The freshman Trowbridge serving Jess Borg with the bump.
Beautiful.
Oh, nice kill by Jody Fosterbroer. A name I'm having a lot of trouble pronouncing tonight. Sorry.
Yep, Jody's a junior and she's 6 foot.
So her and Alyssa Hagee, the twin towers out there for Buena Vista, really giving them the power. As Nikki Hansen just gets it in there. Hogger for Simpson. Buena Vista setting up theirs. And down for Jody.
That was beautiful placement, Eric.
Yeah, nice set there from Dawn Orm to Jody Klossenbroer, who gets the kill. So Nikki Hansen will serve once again. 6-11 for Buena Vista. That serve was out of bounds. Surprised Simpson went for it. Jess Borg with the set that time. Nice dig for Simpson. And Hogger.
Oh, BV in the net.
In the net, they call for Buena Vista. So Simpson once again serving. This time Angie Runchi will be the server for Simpson. Oh, double hit there calling on Dawn Orem.
That was
You can't do that. Can't get your hand around that ball. Over does BV 14 for Simpson, gets it over. As Jody goes for another kill, blocked. But number 6, they're saying, not sure what that call was.
I'm not either.
I think she was in the net also.
Good communication on part of the Beavers.
Yep. Trowbridge going for the save, but just can't make it. It may have looked like that ball was going out of bounds, but she tried to save it anyway. So Jody Klossenbroer will serve.
That was a beautiful serve.
And way out of bounds. Simpson hits it. That's Hallgren who hit that one out of bounds. So Simpson, or BV now, 8-12.
Did you see that ball start to drop there, Eric?
Yeah, real nice spin for Jody on that one. Because again, she hits a nice downward spiral. Oh, but putting it down was Hallgren, number 12, Emily Hallgren, an outside hitter, a junior for Simpson. We've been saying her name a lot tonight. She seems to be a big key for Simpson. Oh, the block for Simpson, but nobody's over on the other side to save it as it goes out on their side. Buena Vista 8-12 now. They really have to come back now as Amy Blackwood serves it for Buena Vista. Oh,
That was.
not sure if that was a bad set or just a mistimed jump there for Simpson.
I think it was a combination of
Yeah.
both. The set was a little far, and the girl kind of jumped a little.
But nevertheless, point for DV. Let's see, a back set, big by Emily Hogger. Big slam there.
Looked
So
like
she'll be the server now.
looked like Buena Vista was kind of confused on what Simpson was going to do.
Yep. long for Alyssa Hagee. She hasn't done that very often lately. Most of hers have been getting down, it seems. Timeout once again taken by Janet Allgood, the second one of this game, so that's all she can take, with Buena Vista 2 points away from losing game number 2, down 9-13. Once again, we've been seem to be hitting it hard tonight. The serving just doesn't seem to be happening for Buena Vista tonight, and that's really hurting them.
That's correct, Eric. The main thing, at least they're improving throughout this game. Their serves are getting better. They're setting up, and their communication is really good tonight.
Yep.
The only thing is, like you said, fundamentals, the serving, and getting the ball over the net again.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, Simpson comes back out with Emily Hallgreen serving. Let's see what she can do for Simpson. Buena Vista.
It looks like maybe out of rotation.
Yeah. That was the call against Buena Vista. So a point automatically. This is game point now for Simpson. Amy Blackwood.
Buena Vista works hard and it pays off.
Yep, that was a kill. For the freshman, Christy Larson gets that kill. Trowbridge. Oh, big block by Alyssa Hagee on that one on Trowbridge. So Buena Vista has some life now, 10-14. Jamie Dolenslager serving. Oh, bad bump there for Simpson.
Looks like BB's getting Simpson's rattled for first time tonight.
Only down 3 points is Buena Vista. Trowbridge, a big block on her. Another big block by Nikki Hansen.
This is the BV team we've heard all about.
Yep. Nikki Hansen really getting up on. She's got some ups there. She's been working on the calf machine or something.
Yep, and Simpson takes their first time out of the game, whole match.
Yeah, Simpson 1 point away from winning this game. Maybe they just got a little too confident and got a little lackadaisical out there, so their coach is telling them, you gotta stay within the game. Head coach Shelly O'Meara, it's been her 11th year at Simpson. She's had some outstanding teams. Simpson has won the crown 5 times in the past 6 years.
That's amazing.
So yeah, they're a real strong team as they come out of the timeout. Buena Vista down 12-14. Simpson setting it back up. Trowbridge, a block.
Oh, it hits the referee.
Nails the referee. I bet she'll stay a little more awake from now on up there. She got pummeled it in the head as her bandana even falls off there.
Oh, and that's the hard kind of one, too. I bet that hurt.
So, Simpson now going for game point here. Nikki Hansen with the big kill for Buena Vista.
BV's coming together now.
Going back to Buena Vista now on the serve.
And serving is number 13, Christy Larson.
Big block. Out of bounds. Out of bounds on that block. It was a nice block, though, by BV. So back to Simpson with number 10. Allison McGraw serving. Let's see what she can do. She's a freshman from Waterloo, went to West Waterloo High School. Out of bounds.
That was a close call for BV. That was a little close to the line there. That was.
So the rotation starts once again as Don Norm and Jessica Borg check in for BV.
And up to serve is number 10, Dawn Orm again. Dawn's been a great server for BV tonight.
Yeah, she has. But hopefully she can get this game won for BV. As they just get it over. Buena Vista staying alive. And it's down for Jody Klassenbull. So Buena Vista's only down 13-14 now. They'll really come back in this game.
Another timeout by Simpson.
That's the second one for Simpson now. So, once again, maybe, I'm not sure what's going on with Simpson, just losing it right now at the end of the game.
They look really flustered right now.
Coach O'Meara telling them, you guys to keep your heads in the game and get this ball down. They have a chance to win and go up 2 games to none in this best-of-5 series.
I don't know. I don't think Simpson knows what hit him. It looks like BB just all of a sudden woke up.
You're exactly right, Misty. So Simpson coming out of their timeout. BV, Don, and Don Orm ready to serve it up. See if they can win this game. Nice dig. A back set.
Oh, good
nice dig by Don Orm. But
that's just hard thing.
Angie Runchi puts that one down. So now we'll see if Trowbridge can do it for him. Amy Trowbridge, the freshman, she's been doing a real good job at the serving line tonight. Let's see what she can do now. Don Orm with the serve. Jody Klussenberg.
Oh, another chance for BB.
Kill. She's been doing real good tonight. Hit the net, though. Just skimmed the top of the net. So we go back to Simpson. Been a real seesaw battle here for this 15th and final point, or Buena Vista winning.
Beautiful.
And again, placement for, that was Jamie Dollyslager who put that one down.
This has got to be a real emotional game for the women out there.
Just a seesaw battle right now. Just trying to get these last 3 points for BV and the last one for Simpson. Nice save there. Don Orm gets it back in.
I believe BV only needs 2.
But you have to win by 2.
Oh, that's right. Well, if BV gets one more, then it'll put more pressure on Simpson. Then.
Oh, out of bounds.
Oh, good break for BV.
We're going to 16, it looks like, folks, in this number 2 set.
Beautiful serve.
And that goes down for Emily Hogger.
Nope.
So now we go back to Simpson to see if they can get these final 2 points. This is a real classic battle in the Iowa Conference. In just about any sport, you can find these battles. Just goes over Emily Hogger and saves it. And she puts it down. Simpson, 1 point. So they're up 15-14 with Lisa Hansen serving for the game winner. And it's too long.
Another
Nikki Hansen
break.
lets that go.
This is an interesting battle between the 2 teams.
Yes, it is. So now let's see what Jess Bohr can do. Shall we? And that's down.
Simpson thought that was going to be out.
At 15s.
Looks like we're going up to 17 now, Eric.
And that goes down for Simpson. So now Simpson comes back with Emily Hallgren. She's a junior, so she's one of the big leaders on this team. Let's see if she can get the job done for Simpson.
Oh, she stepped over the line.
Oh, step. Yep, can't do that. If there's a line underneath that net, you can't step over, and Don Orm went under that.
I
So
believe,
now,
was it Don or was it Christy Larson?
so another side out goes this BV. As Jamie Dolenslager tries to see if she can win this game for him. Amy Trowbridge blocked. Nice bump save there. So it goes over. Another nice save for Simpson. As Amy Trowbridge puts it down. Don Orm.
Beautiful.
that was out, they're saying.
That was another close one.
Yep. So now it's 17-16. The game point here for Buena Vista.
This could be a major advantage point for BV if they can win this.
Yep.
And they did it.
So Buena Vista coming out with a victory in game number 2 to tie it all up at 1 game apiece. So we're going to game 3 now of this best of 5 series. Remember, game 5 is rally scoring. So we'll toss it to a PSA and we'll come right back.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that. Why design the world's newest chips? When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra. No pocket protectors here. But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look. That's math staring back at you. It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
There's an awesome power that can eliminate over half of our nation's defense forces. It's everywhere, and it can strike at any time. Who has this incredible power? You do. If you employ National Guard and Reserve members, you need to use your power wisely, because today, the Guard and Reserve make up over half of our country's defense. So when they need time off to serve, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
To have a dream, but never the chance to achieve it. That is perhaps the greatest tragedy in life. The United Negro College Fund exists to bring the dreams of thousands of young people within reach. Hands that yearn to touch lives. We train to heal, to teach, to bless. We encourage souls that hear music to write symphonies and sing anthems. And to those once bound by poverty, we present a wealth of possibilities. When you support the United Negro College Fund, you give more than money. You give dreams that may have died the power to live.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Okay, we're back here once again. The big volleyball match between Buena Vista University, the Beavers, and Simpson College, the Simpson Storm.
The referee's getting ready to
Yep.
check positions.
As, once again, remind all the folks at home that after each game they switch sides, so Buena Vista now is on the left side and Simpson's on the right side.
Looks like the referee's talking to each player about something important over there.
Not really sure.
I don't know what happened over there right now, but at least we got the game going again.
And that's the important part, is getting the game going. Sorry, I was daydreaming there for a little bit. We should mention that last year in 1994, Simpson won this conference, like we said once, but their coach Shelly O'Meara was the coach of the year of the year in the conference, the Iowa Athletic Conference, and Chris Michaels was the player of the year. She's graduated. It's the first time, like in 12 years, like you had said, that they are out without a Michaels on the Simpson team. She had 2 older sisters that both played too. But a lot of players are returning, and Simpson looks just as good this year. And BV looks like they're improving also. But on that, just can't get it, so Simpson starts off 1-0. Serving it once again, Amy Blackwood.
Oh, BV saved themselves on that one.
Yep. Trying to get organized here is BV. Doing a lot of switching right now, mixing things up. Christy Larson just long. on the serve, as some people in the crowd believe the ball got touched, but no call for that. Amy Blackwood once again setting up. Alyssa Hagee putting it down. Alyssa Hagee using her height to her advantage to get those slammed down there. So now Jamie Dolaslager will do the serving for BV, down 0-2. Oh, a nice slam there. Nice spike by Tara Davids for Simpson. As now Emily Hallgren will do the serving. BV setting it up. Nice save for Simpson. As Tolbridge.
Good save by Alyssa.
Long on the slam.
Alyssa dug for that ball and it came out to BV's advantage.
So now the freshman Christy Larson does the serving. Amy Tolbridge. Gets that one hard. She didn't get a lot of power built up in that small arm of hers for being a freshman.
That's right. How'd you like to be receiving one of those?
I would not like to be receiving one of those. Could leave a person a little black and blue, probably. Oh, as Jody Klossenberg puts all of her muscle behind that one, puts that one down for Buena Vista. So the sub-rotation of Dawn Orm, Jess Borg for Blackwood and Hagee move in again. Woo.
That was placement.
Yep, can't say enough about that young freshman from Simpson. She's gonna be a real good player for many more years in Iowa Athletic Conference. This being the first conference game for both teams. Simpson is I believe they're 3-2 overall, and Buena Vista's 2-4 outside of the conference. So both teams trying to start off on the right foot for the 95 campaign.
And Nikki Hansen goes back to serve for Buena Vista.
Nikki serving it out of bounds. Side out to Simpson. Up 2-0 Simpson. Amy Trowbridge doing the serving there.
Just couldn't get over the net that time.
Just kind of mistimed that one. Did Klostenbauer. Oh, and again the same thing that happened to BV happens to Simpson. Just a little mistime there by Lisa Hansen, the middle hitter for Simpson. Lisa, a sophomore from Shaler, Iowa. She came home, I guess, tonight, you could say. Shaler being only 14 miles from Storm Lake. And that one is out there calling.
Ooh.
Kind of a close call. Looked kind of in from up here, Misty.
I have to agree with you on that, Eric. That was a difficult call for the referee, I'm sure.
As they call that out of bounds for Buena Vista. So substitutions are made. Emily Heath comes back into the game to do a little serving. Emily, being a shorter person on the team, only stands 5'2", a freshman, but an awful good freshman.
She's a powerhouse even for her size.
Yep. So at least Alyssa Hagee and Amy Blackwood check back into the game. Good. Touch no players. 1 point for Buena Vista as it went long on the Simpson side.
BV catching up again. Trying to get even.
Yep, only down 2-3 now. Emily Hogger.
Ooh, lack of communication almost cost him
Emily
there.
Heath saving that one for Buena Vista. Big block by Alyssa Hagee.
Oh,
Big block by
great.
Jamie Doleslager there for Buena Vista. Ties it all up at 3. Amy Blackwood continuing her serving. Simpson getting that one over, only 2 hits. Alyssa Hagee setting it. Goes way out, and Simpson not able to save it.
You gotta hand it to Tara Davis from Simpson for going after that ball and keep trying, even though it was way back by the bleachers.
So Amy Blackwood continuing her spectacular serving, we may call it, for Buena Vista. Not getting it over is Emily Hogger. So BV goes up 5-3, the biggest lead the Beavers have had.
And the first time they took the lead this early in a game.
Yes, it is. As now a timeout is called by Simpson.
This is like a totally different BV team than what we've seen the first 2 games.
Yep. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the jitters of playing the favored conference champion here, you know, or whatever have you in that first game, because not looking good, gotten beat pretty bad there, 15-4, but winning the second one and now leading 5-3 in the third game. So I mean, they're looking like they're starting to straighten up a little and playing some team volleyball.
They're just playing terrific out there right now. As Amy Blackwood's getting ready to serve for BV, waiting on Simpson.
So Simpson setting up what they're going to do to try to get back in this game. Amy Blackwood to serve. Oh, a big kill by number 12, Emily Hogger from Indianola, hometown, right there in Simpson. Simpson didn't have to do much recruiting to get that fine player. Oh, an ace.
I think that was a little bit of miscommunication between those 2. They were looking at each other.
Yep, that was Marcy Brinegar, a defensive specialist, a senior from Fairfax, Iowa, for Simpson. Oh, it was Emily Heath getting a hand on it, but not able to get it into bounds.
That was a close one. They almost had it.
Yep. So now all tied up at 5s.
Oh, it took.
And 14 for Simpson, Tara Davids. Once again, the sophomore from Dubuque, went to Dubuque Senior. She's really coming through for Simpson. She's been doing a fine job. Getting it over is Nicole Hansen for Buena Vista.
Oh, Simpson hit the ball where nobody was.
Yes, it did. That was Amy Hogger. So, timeout being called by Buena Vista, their first one of this game. The score being 7-5 in favor of Simpson. BV was up 5-3. Simpson's been able to come back with 4 unanswered points. Are they just hitting it where the BV's not, or?
Basically, they're just placing the ball exactly the perfect spot, and there's just nothing you can do when they do that. BV's playing with a lot of heart out there, and they're digging and they're scraping as best as they can. Just unfortunately, Simpson is just perfectly placing the ball.
Yep, I have to agree with you right there. One person we haven't seen yet for BV is TJ Stoddard. She was 40 of 42 serving with 5 aces and 33 assists in that opening tournament, but we haven't seen her in any action tonight. Emily Heath digging that one. Oh, trying to put it down with Simpson, but blocked for BV. Amy Blackwood saving that one. Christy Larson out of bounds. No touches. Point for Simpson. Simpson up 8-5 now.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You could tell that was coming.
You don't want to do that. You want to get that ball right in that spot for Amy Hogger, because she's a power hitter and she'll put it down in your face.
If you got to hit it over, it's better just hit it to the back roll on that one.
So Marcy Brenegar still serving 6 straight points so far. And the lift they're calling on Buena Vista.
Yep, she had her hands cupped again.
As Coach Allgood calls her second and final timeout for this game.
She has to, because all of a sudden Simpson just came out of nowhere and gained a 5-point lead.
Yeah, Simpson being up 10-5. BV kind of losing it maybe mentally right there, getting not paying as close of attention as they were in game 2 to what they're doing, and they're serving and bumping and digging and everything.
I have to agree with you on that. I think right now the main thing that Janet wanted to tell her players was just relax, play your game, and it'll come.
That's exactly right. As Marcy Brenegar, Melissa Hagee,
whatever Janet said must have worked.
Yep. Nice set to Alyssa there, and she slammed it home. So Jamie Dolaslager to the serve. Oh, big hit by Allison McGraw, a freshman from Waterloo there for Simpson. For a side out back to Simpson. As Hogger serves now. And a block, and Alyssa Hagee.
Good try by Alyssa to save that ball. Getting
that one blocked there by McGraw, and 14, Tara Davids.
Alyssa sets.
And again, that duo has another block for Simpson, that time on Nicole Hansen. As Simpson now up 12-5.
Back row hit, and it works.
Yep. Simpson not able to block that one back to BV side, so Christy Larson will do the serving now. Oh, and getting it down, another side out for Simpson. Simpson seemingly to be a lot more alive this game than game number 2. They're taking it right to BV.
Uh-oh.
Again, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that to Simpson. They're powerful hitters in that front row. They'll make you eat it.
There we go.
Yep, Jody Klossenberg put that one down.
And another rotation by BV, in which Dawn Oram and I believe Jessica Borg comes in.
So Dawn Oram serving. BV getting it in.
Oh.
A little miss. Dawn Oram goes underneath that net. We should say this is Dawn Orm's first game of the season. She was a starter last year, but she severely sprained her ankle at the beginning of practice this year. Has missed all the games up to now, so still being a little rusty out there. So McGraw served for Simpson, and a big block by Simpson.
Good save by Jessica.
Trowbridge, and that's out.
That gives Buena Vista a break.
Yep, down 8 points here.
They definitely need to get the serve over and score some points on this one.
So rotating in for the first time is number 12, Jenny Pudence, a freshman from Carroll. She'll do the serving as Nicole Hansen takes a seat. And right off the bat, fresh off the bench, she gets the point.
That was a wise decision to put Jenny in.
Oh, a little.
Beautiful tip by Jamie Dolaslager.
That little mix-up there looked like for Simpson. Not really sure, just kind of missed the ball. So Jenny Pudens right away scores 2 points for BV. Oh, a missed time hit by Jody Klossenberg there.
That was the best she could do, though, being that close to the net.
Side out going to Simpson. Amy Trowbridge with the serve. Off the hands. Quick thinking there. Out. Out of bounds on Simpson, going back to BV. Jody Klossenberg will serve. Big serve there by Jody. Simpson. And that's out of bounds. Side out. Back to Simpson. Once again, we're having this marathon, it seems like, Misty.
This is what makes the volleyball games interesting, though, Eric.
Yep. Yes, it is. Simpson stuck on the magic number 13. Donorm setting. And that's out. No touches, they say. Point for Simpson.
That's another close line call. I'm surprised these girls are letting some of those go, because I think they could be either way on a couple of them.
So this is game point for Simpson.
Oh, that was risky.
That was, some of these calls, like, that one kind of looked into me, I have to admit, but goes BV's way, so that was a good thing there, I suppose.
Another substitution.
Yep. That same rotation of Hagee and Blackwood come in.
Blackwood back to serve.
Setting. Oh,
that was
not being able to get those points though, because Hogger is right there. Emily Hogger playing a real good game tonight. As number 3's back in the rotation to serve, that's Marcy Brinegar. She served 7 straight points earlier for the Storm.
digging.
Yep. Nice dig there, but they say a carry for Simpson, so side out to BV.
Eric, did you know that both Simpson and BV only has one senior on their team?
No, I did. That's a surprise there for Simpson, being this good and yet all a very young team. As that senior Marcy Brinegar right there. Oh! Emily Hogger, big hit. She's a real powerful hitter up there for Simpson. That is very, very cold.
You knew their luck had to run out sometime on those line calls.
Yeah, they did. So Simpson wins game number 3. It's 2-1 now. This could be the fourth. Well, this is the fourth match, but it could also be the deciding match if BV can't win. So we'll go to a quick PSA once again between these games. We'll be right back.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that. Why design the world's newest jets? When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra. No pocket protectors here. But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look. That's math staring back at you. It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
There's an awesome power that can eliminate over half of our nation's defense forces. It's everywhere, and it can strike at any time. Who has this incredible power? You do. If you employ National Guard and Reserve members, you need to use your power wisely, because today, the Guard and Reserve make up over half of our country's defense. So when they need time off to serve, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
To have a dream, but never the chance to achieve it. That is perhaps the greatest tragedy in life. The United Negro College Fund exists to bring the dreams of thousands of young people within reach. Hands that yearn to touch lives. We train to heal, to teach, to bless. We encourage souls that hear music to write symphonies and sing anthems. And to those once bound by poverty, we present a wealth of possibilities. When you support the United Negro College Fund, you give more than money. You give dreams that may have died the power to live.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Okay, welcome back here to the Siebens Fieldhouse at Buena Vista University campus. Simpson trying for the win of the match here, up 2-1 on Buena Vista. So, Misty, what's BV going to have to do in order to get back in here and tie things up?
They're definitely going to have to take care of those little holes they have in the floor. They're leaving big gaps. I don't know really how they can do it because their setup is, they're playing the setup like they're supposed to. It's just Simpson's just placing that ball perfectly.
So they get it going here. And Emily Hogger starts where she's left off in these last 2 games. She has the sleeves rolled up. She's ready to play. Oh, a bad bump there by Jody Klossendorf. So Simpson up 1-0 right away.
Nobody there.
And that's exactly what you said, those big holes not communicating well for Buena Vista. And Simpson's taking full advantage of that. Into the net.
BV right now just needs to get the ball over.
Yep. Down 3-0 right now. And Emily Hogger's not wasting any time. She's getting ready to go.
Not getting
those serves. Once again, down 4-0 now.
And BV takes a well-needed timeout right now. The girls are just flustered or something right now.
At 4-0, game just got going. Already down 4-0 is BV. Simpson not wasting any time. They got right out there. Emily Hogger just started serving right away.
She's got a lot of leadership behind her. You can just tell the girls all get behind her when she's out there serving.
So Buena Vista getting whatever they think need to get straightened out in that timeout, hopefully. So Emily Hogger getting ready to serve it up once again.
Oh.
And something's going on with their rotation. The bumps aren't getting there or something.
They just need to get those bumps up higher so the girls hit them.
Yep, that's 5 straight points now for Simpson. BV into the net is Alyssa Hagee. As you could read that on Alyssa's lips, she said, we got to get going. We got to get things going.
And she's correct now because Simpson's on a roll.
That's out of bounds, but
it's touched.
So side out to Buena Vista. Something BV needed desperately.
Alyssa trying to get her team going again.
And Simpson putting it right over that net. Side out back to the Simpson Storm. As Tara Davids steps up to serve.
And
so Alyssa into the net, right? Out of bounds though, side out for
but
BV.
It was touched. So it's BV's ball again. And number 13, Christy Larson serving.
Nice dig by Emily Hogger. And put it down. Angie Runchie, outside hitter. She's only a sophomore. A substitution is made. Tammy Landers, first time she's been in all night, middle hitter from Green, Iowa, will come in for Simpson.
BV's not working on their fundamentals right now.
No, they're not. It's now at 7-0 Simpson.
Most important thing BV needs to do right now is get those bumps up so the setter can have a chance to get there or somebody else can.
Yep.
Beautiful setup this time by BV.
Yep. Amy Throwbridge gets that. Save. Nice save for Simpson to get that point. Real nice save by Munchen there to get that point.
BV not expecting that to go over the net.
Yep. So timeout, the second one for Buena Vista. They're all out of timeouts right now. So what do you think right now Janet Allgood's telling the kids?
I think right now she's saying, look, you played well the second game. You did what you had to do. You did everything you could, and you did it right your second game. You know you can do this. You were behind on the second game. All you need to do is do what you did on your second game to the third game, and then we can be right back in there.
Yep. And Simpson, Shelly O'Meara just probably saying, keep doing what you're doing, because it's working, obviously. Up 8-0. Serving is McGraw. Oh, nice big hit by Alyssa Hagee there to get the score. So now side out to Buena Vista as the rotation happens. Dawn Orm and Jessica Horg for Amy Blackwood and Alyssa Hagee.
Dawn Orm's been a magnificent server for BV tonight. She's what really kept in a couple of those games.
So a bump, kind of a bad offset, has to get over this time. Landers does so, Orm sets it up. Oh, Emily Hogger just couldn't dig that one from the floor. Point to Buena Vista, desperately needed point, I may add. So 1-8, Buena Vista's down. Dawn Orm serving, second one. Nice dig by Jamie Dolenslager.
Way to get over the net.
Oh, nice dig by Jamie.
Both teams scrambling.
Real good looking volley right now. Big block by Nikki Hansen and Jess Horg. Out.
Good team communication as the people on the bench yelled out.
So Dawn Orm serving for a third time now. Seems to be some perspiration or something on the floor. Simpson out of bounds. Side out to Simpson.
There's nothing you can do when it heads to the shares.
Nope. Coach Allgood did all she could do just catching that one. So Amy Throwbridge. Oh, another bad bump there by Christy Larson. BV not being able to control those bumps and kind of getting them wherever they go, and not to anyone in particular, really.
There seems to be some questioning on the people who's on the court right now.
Yeah.
And whether or not they should be, or the number, or if they were out of rotation or something.
Yep, they got it straightened out, looks like. As Landers being really the only substitution Simpson's made this game. Oh! Emily Hogger and Landers just stuffed that one back to Nikki Hansen. She just couldn't quite get up in the air enough to get that over those two. Oh, but a big...
Oh, I don't know. That one looked...
Yeah, that one really did look in, I have to say.
That looked pretty good to me.
Yep. But Simpson getting a break, up 11-2. Joey comes back again, and that time it was in.
Mm-hmm. As we were talking about earlier, the fundamentals are what's winning this game for Simpson.
Yeah, just their bumping and setting and knowing exactly where their teammates are. BV doesn't seem to have that right now. Ooh, way out of bounds there for Jody Klostenberg. A side out to Simpson. And not really sure. Oh, they're giving.
I think they gave BV the point and not Simpson. No? Okay, they got it straightened out.
Yep. It came off of one of the Simpson players, they said. So Nikki Hansen serving her second. Oh, out of bounds. And they're saying it did touch. So, yep, so side out to Simpson.
BV a little confused at the moment.
Trying to straighten out. Coach Allgood asking the ref exactly what's going on. Side out to Simpson, up 11-3.
BV really needs this now.
Saving that one.
Oh, that wasn't a good move.
Yep. Christy Larson maybe getting fatigued or something out there. Doesn't seem to be really thinking straight. She's made a couple mistakes this game.
Yep, and number 12, Jenny Punens comes in again.
Yep, for Christy. Allgood giving Christy a well-deserved break. She's been in there the entire 4 games. And only being a freshman, she has to be tired. That one served out.
Right now, BV needs some points.
Yep. They get Christy back in there. For Jenny Pudens again. Emily Hogger.
And Jessica Borg gets it over.
Oh, just a little ding.
Net.
Net, they say, on BV. Simpson side out.
And Marcy Brander goes back in.
Outstanding serving game last game. So let's see what you can do this game. The Storm up 12-13.
And she's Simpson's only senior.
Oh, nice dig there for Ranchi. And a little dink for number 8, Tammy Landers.
They're just putting them in the holes.
Yeah, they are. Marcy Brunegar, serves once again. 13-3, Simpson lead.
Oh,
that's long.
BV really needed that one to be in.
Yep. So now it's game point for Simpson. Marcy Brunegar serving.
BV taking a deep breath and trying to get this over.
As it's can't do it, we should say. Can't get the dig is Nikki Hansen. 3-1. That is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, Simpson winning 3 games to 1. BV just not being able to be there all night. Game 2, able to come back, but not in the other games. We'll take a quick commercial break and come back and wrap things up.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that. Why design the world's newest chips? When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra. No pocket protectors here. But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look. That's math staring back at you. It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
There's an awesome power that can eliminate over half of our nation's defense forces. It's everywhere, and it can strike at any time. Who has this incredible power? You do. If you employ National Guard and Reserve members, you need to use your power wisely, because today, the Guard and Reserve make up over half of our country's defense. So when they need time off to serve, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
Okay, and welcome back to the Siebens Fieldhouse on BVU campus. As Misty and I just saw, and you also saw, I should say, the Simpson Storm beating the Buena Vista Beavers 3 games to 1. Misty, exactly what do you think were the keys, the reasons Buena Vista couldn't quite pull out the victory?
A lot of just fundamentals, basically. The serves, they were not getting the serves over. And like we both discussed earlier, if you can't get the serves over, you can't get the points. They have to figure out a way also to cover up those holes. Simpson was excellent at placing the ball where they weren't, and they just couldn't get to it fast enough.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with you on that one. And so Buena Vista's conference record is now 0-2. Simpson starts off 1-0. Buena Vista falls to a total record of 2-5, and Simpson moves to 4-2. So for Misty Bielman, I'm Eric Quia. Just remind you, we'll have some football games televised all the time on Innovation Video, and the basketball season, this being the only volleyball game we're able to get televised. But I hope you stay tuned to Innovation Video for those football games. And for Misty and myself, we'll see you later.